Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today, I went to my card deck area and I was drawn to the Enchanted Map and the Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle. And then last but not least, Hocus Pocus Oracle. And so this was actually the first one I was drawn to, and I must admit I wasn't too excited to use it. I'm not someone who gets like really excited about that movie. I've never resonated with it, but I bought these because I was doing a reading party around Halloween time, and then the second Hocus Pocus was coming out, so I bought it and I just thought that others liked it, so I bought it because of others. And so I wasn't too excited to use them. I actually kind of like pulled it. I was like, oh, really, Spirit? You want to use these ones? And it's interesting because I did pull some cards before. So I started off with the Enchanted Map, and then I had this mountain card. And then when I pulled the one from the Hocus Pocus, I got 3 of Candles, and I got that card. And then I couldn't help but think that both of these look exactly the same. And so I feel like it is the perfect deck to use for this reading. So once I saw these 2 faces, there's someone from my past. They used to have this little taunt that used to bug them. Kids used to say to them, and it was like, what did they say to her? It was like, Grace, Grace with cream on your face, or something like that. And so she's like, I always just hated them when they would say that to me. And so for the ancestors, we got this card. And I can't help but think the face. Something grace, something to do with grace. And I feel like there's going to be like cake on someone's face or a jaw-dropping moment or something like that. It could be shock and awe in a good way, or it could be like, oh my God, really? Like, I feel drawn to the other way, like shocked, like how could you even, like the truth revealed. And so the altar of air is kind of like the Queen of Swords, and I'm getting goosebumps, and the ancestors are coming in, and they want clarity, because I guess there's been a little bit of lies or hidden sneakiness or something, and I didn't see it going that way at all. But let's just put these up here out of the way. Hopefully I remember I put them up here when I'm like, where'd it go? You're standing there. You're watching over the reading. And I'm also getting, when I saw it, like the mountain, like something that's solidified. It's almost like frozen in time. And I feel like an awakening. And now as I just said that, I see the scene in like Aladdin, when they go to the treasure and then the magic lamp, and there's like all this treasure, all this stuff within, and then once they kind of like move that one thing, all the booby traps kind of start, and that's when I'm seeing like, oh shit. So that's the energy I'm picking up. I don't know why, but let's just see what the rest of the story Spirit wants to share. A whole new world, that's what they sang. How many of these? I said how many of these, and then I got unknown. I got 2 or 3, but obviously I'm going to go for 3. That one's popping out as well, so it wants to come. For Hocus Pocus, they say just 2. And so when I pulled the 2, one of them was a pile. So there's one pile, and then one, and then Enchanted Map. How to work through this. I don't feel like that's right. It's that one. And that one. Okay, so let's see what we started with. we had the altar of water, which I thought was interesting because we had the altar of air come through. So air and water. Whereas that one, air is bringing clarity. The next one is love overflowing. So now the mind and the heart have come together. And so they keep showing that all of this mountain is this insight. It's all about it was all mental. Something to do with being trapped in the mind in a repetitive loop, and not living presently, and not feeling, and not being able to tap into that love consciousness source. And so there's great things happening around you, but you're like frozen in it. It's almost like when I look at this one, I actually see the skeleton on the last unicorn, and he's kind of frozen in time. And in that riddle, it actually talks about time. So I feel like time, not being able to enjoy, it's like living your life like a ghost almost. So now we're bringing in more love, more heart-centeredness, especially when you look at this, her eyes are veiled. You take out the mind and just listen to the heart. The next one we have is the unknown. And what I find interesting from this, it says enigma. But here they are, both of them, and it's like they have like this gold, it almost looks like honey or gold liquid, and it's pouring down her face, and it's over her eyes. Her eyes are taken out of this, and then it goes into this circle, and the circle ends where the heart pretty much is. And then the last one, we have Father of Earth with generosity. What stands out from that, and I've got chills on my back, but in the middle about where this ends. So it's like, oh, it has to do with money or resources or things outside of yourself. Because what stood out to me was the two. There's two of them there, and then this gold coin. So how this story goes is, we're going to take this altar of air first. Here she has her sword, and right, these ones are all frozen. These ones can't think, these ones can't see. This one has been burned, and in fact, it's melting over his face. Hey, which is like happening to that girl. Something's melting over her face. But in this one, what's melting is, here she has the sword of truth, and this truth is wedged in between her third eye and the crown. And I kept talking about this gold source. So I almost see this crown being melted down, and that's what's melting, and that's what's going over her third eye. It's like, I'm seeing this crown be an energetic crown, and it's kind of saying like, you follow your due north, your star, your wisdom from your ancestors. That's more important, and rather than the physical crown, right? A lot of times in the 3D reality, like, we want that crown because we want to be king of the castle or whatever. But I'm seeing this be melted down, as in, they want you to see things on a soul level. Yes, you have like people in monarchs and royalty and whatever here now, but they're that way because of lots of repetition and patterns and whatever. But what they really want you to see is your soul and how royal that is. I stopped for a second and got distracted because it almost looks like words are written across her chest. Like something on your chest, something on your heart wants to come out. And then I kind of got fairy elemental vibes come through. And as much as someone wants to control you, they can't, because your third eye will always see that this gold is just a thing. So how I see it going, you realizing that the things just don't matter. That seems to be like a running theme lately, is like you really don't need as much to be happy. Especially these mountains in the Aladdin scene. There's so many treasures within, but in this mountain, you can't tell that. It looks almost like, I'm almost seeing like a petrified moment and then being stuck in like that moment forever. And then that moment is the one that plays as a movie in your mind over and over and over again. But in your heart, deep down in the depths, there's so much gold, there's so much jewels and abundance. And so from here, we have this cup, and this cup overflows. So that's love. This is love overflowing. And then that's almost like love from spirit and your ancestors coming and bringing that love from your ancestors to feel your truth. It's like, I'm getting that what you want, that you're working towards, isn't something that's actually a physical thing here now, but it's for you to energetically bring it through you. And so that's why the ancestors are pouring it within her and bringing it here into the globe. And into this globe, it then turns into a money pentacle of the thing, an exchange of what you actually really want. And the whole main purpose of this is to break free from, well, they really want to break free from the 3D money game that we've been stuck in. They say it's a very chaotic cycle, and what you really desire comes from your heart, it comes from your ancestors, it comes from you looking at the space around you and being like, how can I feel better about this? And it's not that you have to go out and take from someone else, it's that you need to go within and work with your ancestors to create. So let's put these back as our references. Okay, so then we went to the Hocus Pocus, and there was a stack, and then there was a single one. So we have, in the stack, we have 9 of candles, which is this chandelier. But this one is the 3 of candles. So somehow we're going to play into this one. But I keep seeing this one as that skeleton in The Last Unicorn. And I just remember him like trying to drink and it like draining out of him. It's like whatever it is that you're trying to take outside of yourself, like the substance it's not helping. So we have that, and then we have the 10 of candles with the King of Pumpkins. So what about candles? Candles is rods. And so if we were to look at it like that, here's the nine of rods. Let me double check though. Like I say, I don't use this. So we got potions and lightning and potions and candles and potions and potions. Come on, give me the other one. There's one more thing. Pumpkins. So pumpkins is earthly. Lightning would be, I'm seeing as air, swords. It is rods. And lots of potions coming through in this. And so I'm really feeling drinking. I'm seeing that I'm gonna go maybe take this and put that scene in. I feel like there's something to it. And I don't remember the riddle that he says to it, but it is the moment where they're trying to get to the Red Bull, and the Red Bull is in the cave. So within this is anger or something. It's that, and it's almost like a veil. And I'm seeing that maybe it is the Red Bull, which we could say is anger, the thing that's trying to suppress all the other unicorns in the water. But the water is overflowing now. But I'm also seeing it as Aladdin, as a scene of abundance and jewels. And maybe by suppressing your anger is stopping you from being able to express your real authentic love. Maybe there's so much anger in there being pushed down that really just needs to come up and out. And by doing so, the truth would be said, but it's hiding the truth. And that's what's really suppressing things. And we need this clarity. And there she is with the third eye. It's the truth. It's the truth that needs to come out. Okay. Yeah, because at 9 of Candles would be 9 of Wands. It's almost like, this doesn't look, okay, well, then we got the 10 of Candles. And the 10 of Candles is too much. But I'm wondering why they, I don't know, this looks like a really pretty scene. But usually at the 9 of Wands, it's like overburdened kind of thing. It's like not being able to take on more. So let's just check the book, because it just looks like such a pretty picture. And I'm thinking that that's kind of what it is. Okay, let's just, because what I'm thinking is like, you think that whatever it is, it's more shiny or beautiful, but in the long run, it's actually really harmful. It's detrimental. This looks like such a pretty, like, I want that chandelier. I want to live in the big old house in the mansion that has this chandelier. But this isn't quite, there is no positive negative, but it's not the happiest card. So let's read. You feel like a candle lit too long, all melted wax in little wick. Still your flame remains. You have survived a great struggle and overcome many obstacles. Take the time to rest and recuperate. You certainly earned it. That makes sense, right? And it's just like being burnt out. It's like already gone through all these struggles and things, and it's like, but you've made it. And no more suppressing it, no more hiding it, because the next one to come is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Candles. I want to read that one too. Your journey is at its end, and you have been made. Your journey is at its end, and you have been made all the greater for it. This success will be met with both material reward and spiritual growth. This end, however, is only another beginning. Another journey awaits, greater and grander, and you're all ready to face it. Because usually in it, it's like he's got this like big thing. He's picked up all his wands from this battle and all these lessons and all the shortcomings that have happened. And he's taking them, and it's such a huge burden on his back. He's got like rounded shoulders. It's like almost in defeat, but it's by picking yourself up and continuing forward. You know that something better is coming, that you can start over, you can start fresh. So that's what that is. And with the King of Pumpkins, as this one said, a greater, grander reward is coming at the end. Well, we've got the King of Pumpkins, and the King of Pumpkins is the King of Pentacles. And look over here, we have the Father of Earth, which is also the King of Pentacles energy. But mentally, you can't see it when you keep shoving things down. And I keep seeing that skeleton joking and not taking things seriously and being like it's almost like a shell of a man, right? He's a skeleton. All the meat and skin and all that stuff is gone. And whenever he drinks the alcohol, it just goes out of him. But in his mind, he's like, I love this. Like, I need this. Please get me some more rum. And really, even when he does get it, he's like, oh yes, this is it. But it's not really overflowing the cup like he wished, because you need to bring it into the heart. And I am getting that there is something from Spirit. Oh yeah, the next card is the 10 of Potions, which is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. Isn't that funny that this looks like such a... This is usually a happy card, right? 10 of Cups is like usually the rainbow and the couple at the end, and they got the dog and they got the children and they're playing. But in this one, it's just a bunch of bottles with different substances in it. And I find that sad, for some reason. Why do I find this sad? Well, because over here we go to the enchanted map and we got the Field of Dreams in reverse. But in the upright is almost like the Ten of Cups. Like this is the image that the Ten of Cups usually has. It's like you went through the ten of swords or 10 of rods. You're ready to go on your next adventure. And then it said that happy wishful things are coming. And with it was the 10 of Cups. And usually that's it. Brand new dreams, brand new seeds sprouting. But instead, in this card, you just have a bunch of bottles. Bottled up emotions. And so this is in reverse because you have bottled up emotions. And then the next card that is over here is unexpected visitor in reverse. And so I'm seeing what am I even seeing? Let's lay these out and go back to the ancestors. A frozen moment, the mountain, being stuck, not being able to move. It's almost like fight, flight, or freeze. I'm seeing freeze. But instead of freeze, as in ice, I'm seeing solidify and become a mountain. I keep hearing shell, a shell. And so here the candles, three of rods would be like, you know, ready to take the next step, new adventures, new opportunities, new something. So when I stare into this card, I'm seeing the candles melt. And as the candles melt, it kind of covers his face. And I'm seeing the red kind of actually form into muscle and start to give life again. It's like you have to have, a wish or a dream or something to work for. And this, let's say this is someone who does choose the bottle or suppressed emotions. I want one more. They're saying the only thing that keeps you reaching out that way, to stay stuck in this negative movie loop and the same scene every day. Every day is the same and it doesn't bring joy. And in the less and less joy that comes, we got deep freeze in reverse. The less and less joy that it brings, it's saying is actually your wake-up call, right? I'm happy to see this in the reverse. It's not staying stuck in those moments. Here we have a mighty lion. And the lion's meant to roar. The lion's meant to be a leader. Most lions, right, if we're going to take it zodiac, that would be Leo. And Leos are natural born leaders. And so to stay solidified and frozen is robbing you of your heart's wishes, your heart's desires. And what are the hearts saying? Overflowing love. There's so much emotion. I think that's it. It's like that Red Bull, that thing that's being pushed down, that I'm feeling like, at first I thought it was anger. I think it is anger at the beginning, but the anger is just actually covering up sadness. Because this lion gives me sadness. He just gave up. He just laid down and just stopped trying. And spirit is saying that's not his heart. His heart is not to give up and stop trying. He's the king of the jungle. He's meant to lead and conquer. So I am seeing life come back. And it starts with, it's almost like simultaneously. I see the mind stop playing that whatever, that negative loop of saying, oh, you're not allowed to feel those feelings. Oh, you deserve this. You something. You. And then whatever it is, it's mean talk. It's stopping that and changing it to you're worthy, you deserve. You've been through so much, and because you've been through so much, you can choose to stop harming yourself in that way. Pick up those candles or rods or whatever you want to call them and realize that you're worthy and you deserve to have this dream. Whatever it is that invokes within you, it's like you should have this 10 of cups, but for some reason I'm seeing dungeons and like, I don't know, whenever I think of like potions and spell work and things, that's like being almost bitter at someone else, being like, I don't know, like hocus pocus and witches and things like that. Like, I'm gonna create this, and I don't know where I'm going with this. It just, especially when it comes to spell work, and in this I don't get that it's spell work, but there's like 2 lessons here. For those who love to do spell work and hoping that it will harm someone else, it will never harm someone else. It will only backfire and harm yourself, because whatever you are within yourself is what you attract. And so those are for those basic witches. But what I get from this is like a drinker who has these dreams, and I don't know, for some reason they're self-sabotaging. And it's like, you deserve so much. You deserve to be vibrant and alive and ecstatic. You don't, I don't know, something has solidified. And so that's almost like what drinking does. It's like avoiding the something. Whereas the other one was trying to control outwards, this one is like still trying to control the outwards by, well, if I don't even try, then the universe, it's not meant to be. And it's like, but you're not even trying, you're not even putting active effort into this, and I'm seeing self-sabotage, and it's burning you. So let's go back to these ancestors, because they're very important. Whatever this is, this lesson or this loop, it's gone on so long that you keep playing the same picture or same movie, same thoughts over and over again. So spirit is taking it away. They actually want you to cry and just be vulnerable for once, because it wasn't fair. And so it's almost like the more and more that this has gone on, the more and more you aren't seeing things clear, because you're just seeing things from the last time you saw it, from the last time, and you're not present, you're not here in the now, so you're not seeing things. So it's almost like they take your eyesight away. That's what they're showing me. They're like, we want you to see clear, and you can't see clear because you're stuck in the past. So we're taking your sight away. And what does that even mean? Whatever it is, metaphorically, because the whole purpose is not to see with your eyes and be stuck in the minds. The whole purpose is to sink within and go to the heart. And the heart has been bruised. When I sink down into this heart, I see a heart that has just been butchered. It's been hurt by people outside of themselves, but then within, it's like that person has been so mean to their heart that they're the ones punching their heart over and over and over again. And so I see so many emotions. I see the need to cry. I see that red bull, and I see that red anger needing to come out. And then I see sadness. And then from that, all these emotions coming and coming and coming. It's almost like it flows and flows and flows. Your heart is now doing the talking. Your heart is now healing. I'm seeing again in this one, the eyesight's been taken away. This one, the eyesight's been taken away. And so the more and more that you just let the heart flow and actually feel the feels, I'm seeing as this comes, it's like no more tears to cry, and then it's peace. It's like you're finally in this environment and you're just like, no regrets of the past and no real wants of the future, but in the present moment, just real peace. And I don't feel like that this energy has felt that peace for a while. And so from that, I'm seeing the field of dreams kick up. I'm seeing new ideas and new wants and new heart's wishes. And so from there, that's when the King of Pentacles energy kind of comes in. That's when that, because you're finally seeing clear around you. So from this person, I feel like they've been in la la land, a little bit of delusional energy, because they're not really present. They're not seeing what's going on at this very second. They're stuck in the past, or they're stuck in drinking, or they're something. And so to bring it back to the present, now that there's peace, and it's like, okay, I forgive myself for how I acted, because man, did I bruise my own heart by not being authentic and not even allowing it to express itself. I forgive myself, and from that, I forgive what other people did, and in that is that peaceful moment. Now it's clear. It's like a blank slate, and so now new opportunities are coming because you pick yourself up from this deep state that now you can create. Now it's like the universe is like, okay, we took your eyesight away and now we kind of give it back, and we want you to go out there and create now. So here's a flow of energy. Here's something that your heart is guiding you to, and it's gonna put everything in that path. So if you follow that path that your heart's talking about, all the resources are gonna come, and it's abundant, because within this cave, yes, there's a Red Bull. Yes, there's all these emotions and scary things that kept you stuck. But now it's kind of forming new life. But within the cave in Aladdin is where all those jewels and those treasures, you'll be abundant, you will. But only if you bring your heart into it and you stop the mind. And now you have new consciousness. Now you understand why you acted the way you did and behaved. But whoever this story is for, I wasn't quite sure about this. Unexpected visitors in reverse. You're not a burden, and you never were. You're welcomed wherever you may go. I'm seeing the rabbit, and that's kind of showing me going down the rabbit hole into that cave, and kind of figuring out who you are, and finding that spark and lighting those candles within you, your heart's flame. That's where all the energy, focus there right now. And because I see you not living life outside yourself, like you want to go hang out with your friends, or you want to go do something and you don't, because you don't think you're welcomed. You're an unwanted guest, but you're welcomed anywhere you go. And Spirit says you're missed. Now I'm being drawn to this toad, or this frog on the little mushroom there. And they say pull a card for that. We'll wrap that message up. And we'll wrap this message up. This, whatever this is, for whoever this is for, this is a soul. Bone collector. This soul has been on a very, very tough journey. Very tough. And look, there's the rabbit. But the rabbit in this one started off as the white rabbit. Now it's a dark rabbit. This person has dealt with real darkness. They have, yeah, there's a heart. It's like a lock, and it's black. This person is fighting the fight of their life, and they're in their desert period, and they're gonna make it through this. Whoever this reading is for, is you've gone you've dealt with your shadow side. You've dealt with the things that you thought you never could deal with. You dealt with the things that you thought would break you, and it only made you stronger. And so now it's coming back, and with power. I heard almost like back with a vengeance, but that's not even how I see it. Like you're going through your like rebirth moment. You are turning into your own medicine man or shaman, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like there's a deep message there that just let me get a little bit more into it. I'm hearing you face the devil right in his eyes, and you still chose love. That you've gone through the darkest night of the soul. We all kind of go through dark night of the souls, but this person, I think you were so scared of what your heart wanted that it was like having love or joy was way too scary. And so you didn't think you were ever worthy of that. But this happened at a very young age, they tell me. And so you always chose the darker path. And now it's reached this point where you can't do it anymore because you never were that. It's just a choice because this joy or whatever this is has really brought you a lot of fear. Love or this joy is such a high energy that it almost felt like if you had too much of that, it would break you. And I'm seeing this soul realize that without that, they already feel kind of broken. They try to avoid breaking, but all it did was solidify them and stop everything. And so now you're going to go and you're going to break your own heart. You're going to face your own fears, your shadow side, your demons, and you're going to be so empowered because of it. And now from that is the lion energy. And so I just picked up the deck because I was like, what was I wanting? I was wanting to see lion color. I wanted to see life within this lion. And so I kind of got that color, and it came with commitment and lots of love and sharing and caring. So that is scary. It is. But what's interesting from this card is, what one was I just talking about? This bone collector had that black heart, that lock. There's a key right there, a golden key. So I feel like we wrapped this up. I felt a little bit unsure in the middle of this, but I'm feeling very confident in your skills to heal yourself as you navigate your medicine man / shaman / shadow back to the light, whatever you want to call this journey. You're very powerful because not many people have gone that far down into the depths. This negative mind, this bruised heart is ready to heal and have peace. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.